Seems like... Yeah, okay, I'm getting hit off. Okay, well, looks like we're back. Alright, guys, well, looks like we're back. Stream should be up any second now. I don't know what's going on. Looks like there's people dropping left, right, and center, and NHS does take advantage of that. And they push up, trying to get some sustainability back in midfield. They were able to find kills on Off the Hook G, Party Girl X, and Twonk City. So all three of those guys will be sitting in GY. They did catch the bodies as well. Logan Marb has the flag. I think this is actually going to be a second cap for him right now. He grabs the boots. He'll be fine. So, oh, MVQ. I'm getting a little bit of lag here, guys. I assume it's me. MVQ, I'd say 90% chance going down here. 99% chance even. Rough toughs for NHS here. Trying to now 2-heal it against this 4-healer. And, you know, it's kind of difficult, I'd have to say. For NHS here. They've got the mage, and this is something that I've run into a little bit as well. It's very, very difficult to run a mage into 4 healers. You can't do a whole lot. You're basically just single targeting, and single targeting against double disc priest is not very easy. You can't go in, you can't disrupt the healers because it doesn't matter if you shut down one of their shamans. They have another one, or they have their damage priest. It doesn't really matter. Regardless, even with being a healer down, they are able to get complete control back in mid. They've got Ugly Girls Get Tap Water pushed to that GY on split res times. They've got their Boomy back up now. They're trying to put some damage out. They're trying to spread, but it's not going perfectly well for them. Fancy's back up. They need to get Saxon back up on that target calling. Not sure exactly how long NHS is going to be able to hold it here without that other priest. They've got their front line here right now, but Blackout Kegs is the target. Should I play that video again? Alright, whatever. I don't have the full nameplates on the side, but what if I try this? Alright, there you go. That's a little bit better. So, 2-0 right now. Looks like the flag is picked up by MVQ. He's got it back behind his base right now. Low game Arb. They have pushed them back to their GY as well. NHS once again becoming super strong and holding them at that GY. Very, very awkward first game. I gotta say, there's a lot of weird shit going on here. We got 9v10. We got, you know, it's just all over the damn place. And Cutie Pies actually is Maniac. I didn't realize that as well. It seems like he's being a little bit inconsistent with his internet as well. And yeah, shoutouts to Hotmail boys. Good times on Hotmail. Had that same email since I was a little twink. NHS having a lot of trouble here. Being pushed into that GY. Super split on res timers. Only 2 healers. There's really not much they can do. I was very surprised that they were pressured that far into the Ugly Girls Get Tap Water GY. And look at that. The lack of heals. Oh my goodness. Everyone wiped out and dead. Nick is able to basically 1v1 that FC. And that should be a cap for Lil Game Arb. He's only at 4 stacks as well. Agent Phobia coming to bodyguard him, but it doesn't really matter. There's no rogue, so that will be the first game, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully we can figure out what the hell's going on. And hopefully there's a little bit more consistency in these games. Not sure exactly what's going on. Hopefully Small is able to get back in peace. Doesn't seem like he's online yet. There you go. Taking a look at the damage done, we've got Twonk City. Not to be outdone, he is #1 in damage here. 7 kills, 1 death. Cythera on the other side, pretty well, topping a lot of damage here. But look at the damage coming out from Blackout, Kegs, and FDX. Just nowhere close to what Fancy and Off the Hook G were able to do, and that's, I think, got a lot to do with the healing. You see Arda and Stubbs, they did a ton of healing just between them, but, you know, 2 healing in a 9v10. Not very easy, especially when you got those shamans purging and then cheering and everything like that. Pretty painful. So I'm going to take a little bit of a break, guys. I'm going to figure out what's going on here. And we will jump back into the next game as soon as possible. Hopefully we can get a proper 10-man going on here. I'm going to throw some more music on. I could be back in 1 minute. It could be 5 minutes. Not sure, but I'll see you soon. Alright guys, I'm back. Gucci, we're in right away. Trying to figure out exactly what NHS switched up here. They've got Viticus in as Shaman to help them get through that. They're running the double Shaman instead of the double Priest this time around. Hopefully it goes a little bit better for these guys, you know? It looked a little bit painful, I gotta say. Looked a little bit painful. They ran into some hiccups. They ran into some speed bumps. They're still rolling the mage, but they're warmed up a little bit here. You know what I mean? They cracked their knuckles. They got into things. Ugly Girls gets tap water, is up 1 game. It's not a best of 3. It's a 3-game series. You know what I'm saying? So even if they win 2, we still play the 3rd. And let's go. We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if Yowza is the one who tries to pick up Zerker. This guy's a Mongo-ass beast in the midfield. And on the flip side, we'll see if Cythera is able to boost up his team a little bit more. He did good damage considering how hard they were getting farmed. But they really need help in that midfield. Blackout Kegs cannot be going down so easily time after time. Let's take a look and see exactly what happens this time around. Because he was getting hard punished. And here we go. Immediately, damage coming out on a fancy. Yowza taking a little bit of heat as well. Twonk City pumping out the Star Surgers. They swap onto him. Oh my goodness. 100-0. See you later. Actually, they don't even get him. My bad. That was a meld. I thought that was a full kill. Very, very close to one. FTX does go down on the flip side. Great swap by them, but they're going to keep going in. They're trying to put damage on a Cutie Pies. That's Maniac. The stomp comes out. It's huge, but it's not enough. Blackout went quite far there. And they are not able to turn around what was a terrible situation for them. So now they're getting punished really hard. IMVQ picks up the flag. Marb picks up the flag. There's nobody on them. Everybody is in midfield right now. The healing is just... I don't know if it's communication. I don't know if the healers are having a little bit of trouble here. But Blackout's going pretty far, and he doesn't have the support to back him up. And that's, you know, that's the way Blackout plays. He likes to go really far, and if his team backs him up on the switches, then it works out well, but it hasn't been doing so this time either. You know, they almost had the kill on to Fear the Buns. It was very, very close, but you cannot lose that BM. As soon as you lose that BM, all of your control in mid, or nearly all of your control, if you have the mage, is gone. He needs to be there, slowing down everyone, preventing them from just walking up and crushing his healers. Take a look at MVQ again. He's stuck back up in the alliance base, and he's got those three splitting off again. I really like this from NHS here, or sorry, Ugly Girls Get Tap Water here. Obviously, they know that MVQ doesn't have anyone with them. The only person it could be is the Boomy, but he's stuck in mid trying to help his team out. And Marb, you know, just puts on a little bit of resto gear and is able to keep his two hunters up no problem while they chase down MVQ. Very, very smart play by MVQ, dropping the flag. And a neat hiding spot here, too, as well, is actually... Oh, able to sneak by Agent Phobia. Goodness. This is some cat and mouse shit right here. Agent Phobia is going to look at this later and just hit himself in the head. Smack himself on the forehead. But good play by MVQ. Holding that flag. You know, pulling those guys away from mid and then dropping the flag. He didn't just sit there and not pick up the flag. He knew that he had to kind of drag those hunters back. And he did so successfully. And now if you take a look at his team, that's three people out of mid, technically. You know, that FC Druid can heal a little bit. He has a little bit of pressure. You can, you know, take some hits, whatever, before stacks. And right now it is essentially a 7v9 in midfield. Oh, Blackout Kegs. That should not happen. When you are getting... Oh, man. There's seriously some issues going on with the heals here. Blackout was pretty much right on top of his healers, and he still went down. Very, very difficult, and that might be them not able to... Okay, so he does get a body, thankfully. Could have been a res too, I don't see it. Didn't see it, but... Whew! NHS, hanging on by the skin of their teeth here. They find Twonk City out. He's going to have to displace back to his team, but there is nearly a full res here. They're waiting for their healers. They haven't been punished and split up anymore. Waiting on Cutie Pies, waiting on Yowza, and then they'll be back at full strength. Lilgamar picks up the flag, MVQ picks up the flag. But really, it's all about this midfield here. And you see, NHS does realize that they didn't have a good opportunity to split those reses, so they didn't commit too far. They just want to control tunnel. No problem. Ardo heads up just in case, but they should be all right. MVQ is able to get the cross now, and there is an opportunity as long as they can hold them here and not lose too much, preferably nothing at all, then they should be able to, you know, maybe bring this game to a 1-1 series. FDX taking so much damage. This guy has so little health as well. He's only got about 3k health with a hunter pet, with everything like that. So Blackout Kegs actually, oh my goodness, they're going so far back. I'm trying to click over on him so I can see what's going on. He is chasing over those hunters, helping his team, but by doing that, he's allowing the rest of his team just to get Mongo. Don't forget, guys, BM needs to slow everything. Blackout making a crucial mistake, I would say. They're trying to make sure his hunters were able to just hold that area of the map, and by doing so, it might give Marb an opportunity to commit on the far side if he chooses to. If he goes to GY, it could be risky. He's got to keep track of those red timers. MVQ trying to help his team out as well, pull them back towards Marb, maybe try and make a play, but, you know, NHS, they had their opportunity, and a quick misplay is instantly punished by Ugly Girls Get Tap Water. And let's take a look at Low Game Marv, what he decides to do. He is able to commit down that ramp. Should be fine. You know, there's a lot less kills on the FC earlier on in the game, you know what I mean, when they're trying to pick the flag, simply because there is no rogue. There's not a lot of defense pressure for the hunter, or sorry, for the druid. He can literally just run around and waste his time. He doesn't have to worry about getting sapped and getting clapped down by a hunter. As long as he's aware and smart and knows how to handle things, he should be fine. And all he has to do is wait for his team to get in a spot to commit where he's safe enough to get caught by them. Looking at MBQ, he is going to pass the flag up. Ardo does pick it up. That is a decent pass off. They did not get punished by that. MVQ is going to have to try and find his way. He might just go hit Marb here. He might run all the way around. I'm not sure. Yeah, so he is going to run all the way around. Just try and grab that flag really quick. Ardo's taking a ton of damage here, though. See, they pass it to their healer, and he needs to be in LOS to keep his team up. They really, really need to not give a charge up here. Bog needs to not get charged. That would just be awful. And Fancy is up in the GY right now. That is not looking good for NHS here. Not only are they not able to have a secure pass now, but they also are just going to get rotted very hard. They can put all of their attention. Ooh, okay, so they do get the pick off to MVQ. He should be all right for now. And you see, look at Mark back strafing in mid a little bit there, just hanging out. He's ready to make a break for it. He knows his team is closing up on this and is going to be able to make a play very soon. Black Kegs does drop down here, trying to do something for his team, but look at how, I don't know if they can get something here. It would be difficult. They found the kill onto Myth, or sorry, onto Myth, but you know, they still got those 3 healers, and Black Kegs has to roll back, just putting so much damage into him. He's being controlled simply by damage, which is very impressive. A lot of good target calling coming out from the side of UGGTW. I'm MVQ still sitting on top of that GY. Low Game Marb coming all the way back. They thought they might have an opportunity, but with 7 stacks, he needs to be very careful. Keep an eye on that Boomy, don't forget. If I was Cythera, he needs to get points right now. He needs to start setting up for a kill. That is their opportunity to get back in this game. Low Game Marb with his team, though, and the entirety of NHS is doing a good job here. You can see they've got the potential to make these plays and really control the field of the game, but so far, it just has not been easy. Every time they do get that little bit of advantage, they seem to lose it almost immediately by a misplay or someone getting caught out or whatever it is. Now, speaking of misplays, this is the opportunity for MVQ and the rest of NHS to make a misplay. They need to keep an eye on Twonk City as well as those 2 healers. You've got Nick all the way back here. And then if you take a look at Agent Phobia, he's right on top of Nick as well. So MVQ should know that. He should know he'll be okay. They do get the pass up into GUI, which is fine for now. They don't really have any threat near that Ugly Girls Get Tapwater GUI right now. Hard base probably going to start roaming around. Ibu probably going to start roaming around as well. This is when they'll start pressuring Fancy. They'll make it so that somebody else needs to hold the flag. Fancy, not terrible at holding a flag. Obviously, he can just go defensive stance. He's a plate wearer. He should be all right. There's no rogue. He's not going to get one shot. He does need to be very careful with where he's going right now, though, because he's so far away from his healers. He needs to take a look at those hunters and get over to his healers immediately. He's just trying to avoid getting any damage on him, any rends, anything like that. But if you see right now, hard base is going to start pumping him. And if you look at the flip side, the 2 hunters are starting to close in as well. This could be really bad. They need to make their move very soon. I'm talking about NHS here. They need to do something quickly, but it's just Hardbase who's up there, and he does drop down. They're going to try and play it defensive here and take a look at Agent Phobia. They do have the mage in the situation as opposed to that extra healer, so maybe they can control. But oh no, all the healers have gotten too concerned about that FC, and they're losing Blackout Kegs. If they lose Blackout Kegs here, it's all over for NHS. They need to keep them up. Oh my goodness, so much damage coming up. They're just using the threat. Agent Phobia dueling Ibu. Ibu goes down. Agent Phobia goes down. Lil Game Marb is the only person holding the flag right now in that GY. Very, very close to being a dire situation. Coming up on 12 stacks here. Coming up on 13 stacks here. Twonk City doesn't seem to have points. I can't tell for sure. Cythera, same thing. Both these boomies are out right now. This is getting very, very tense, guys. Coming up on 13 stacks. Like I said, and Blackout Kegs goes down. They find him. Ibu was gone as well. Look for a huge push here. MVQ might need to break very soon. They are trying to hold it. They've got the mage. They're trying to use him as best they can with Sheeps and Frost Novas and Polymorphs and everything they can, but even with the damage coming out here, they're slowly getting pushed back. You're going to see people dying as well. Ardo goes down. Viticus is now the target. Bog is getting hit as well. Ibu's back in mid, but Blackout Kegs is only just res. Ardo is now down as well. MVQ is heading back. A good split by him means that he should be okay for now. Take a look at Nick. Take a look at Asian Phobia. They're both just trying to get control back in this midfield. Blackout Kegs looks like he's going to go up, and they might turn this into a little bit of a gauntlet. Having Blackout Kegs here means, though, that they don't have the CC in mid, and once these people are all getting wiped up by NHS, you see all these guys in the GY here, they're going to be split on that gauntlet. They cannot go to roof here. They need to go to GY, and that is the correct call. Very, very smart play by them, knowing that they can't split their team up. Blackout just keeping his FC safe for now. Low game Marp sitting in mid as well. Nick on the pursuit, as is Asian Phobia. These guys are butt buddies. Should be Agent Nick, I gotta say. Secret Agents chasing down that SC. Blackout Kegs can do some pretty good damage to them if he, cuts off that entrance and puts some deeps into them. But even a little bit of damage at this point, even one arcane shot is nearly kill potential coming out from both these hunters. They've got so much pressure. 15 stacks. MVQ trying to get to LOS, but if he does so, then it's an interesting situation for other girls to get tap water. Maybe they can start putting some of their range damage into him. Here comes the auto attacks up from the upper level. I really like this positioning coming out from Phobia and Nick. Really good job from them. Let's take a look at low game Arb really quick. We'll take a look at the hunters, Ibu and Hard Base. They're both just trying to contest mid and that objective right now. Looks like they will take a little bit of time. Ibu in mid just trying to help Blackout, trying to get some kills, trying to get some control back in mid. Don't forget those two hunters being around. This is actually definitely a smart play from NHS here. If they can execute it properly, they do find the kill onto Twonk City. That's huge. Having these two hunters back here, very similar to when you're trying to break a defense or kill an FC. There are two people out of midfield, so you can use that. You see MBQ committing with his team. Those two hunters back there, sure, they're a pinch, they're a pressure, they're something for him to worry about, but his team can control midfield right now. Fancy getting hit. He goes down. Very, very good job by NHS. 7 minutes left. We're at 15 stacks, and everything is in midfield. Both these hunters are pushing up now as well, and Ibu has gone down. That means Low Game Arb is still safe. No real pressure has been on him the entire game. FTX now getting taken very low. Off the hook, G and him trading health bars, getting very close to being a swap in this game. One quick kill can change this game. Either secure it for NHS or secure it for other girls get tap water. MVQ making sure he gets all those bodies. Hard Base hanging around, checking out, making sure Twonk City doesn't get a cheeky stealth off or anything like that. Nick disengages in. He could be going for the kill. They are trying to put some damage into MVQ, but he's got a lot of heals right by him. Phobia and Nick getting punished out by Hard Base and Ibu. Good duels by them. These four hunters are really controlling the pace of this game. And Agent Phobia doesn't quite go down. They do get the body of Nick, I do believe. No, they don't. So he's going to get a body res. That is a crucial mistake. I feel like they really should have prioritized that, both those hunters. Blackout Kegs has gone down. I'm sorry I missed that, guys. Twonk City back up now. If they start snowballing this mid, that means that Twonk City will be able to get points as well. You can see he's going to start going into cap form, get some points, spreading those dots. And that could be, one 5-point bite is pretty much 90% of the health of that FC. If he gets a Star Surge, that is a dead FC. Agent Phobia is up. Trying to flank. Nick trying to flank as well. They're trying to get around there. There is going to be a pass off and a good cut from the rest of NHS from who they have left up. Means they will be able to pass the flag. No disengage coming in. Twonk City Bitch was trying to find a displacer in there to ninja it or something like that. Take a look at Lil Game Mark. He's hanging out beside his team. Again, no rogue, no real threat. Keep track of that boomkin. Keep track of that, who's it, what's it, and you'll be fine. NHS does lose their FC. He does go down by that ramp. That's not a really big deal, to be honest. He's going to res. He'll be able to grab the flag. Not the end of the world, but don't forget, having that warrior hold the flag. Time is running out, guys. You got to get control. You got to set up a pick here. Even if they do find a kill onto Low Game Marb right here, it would be really, really bad. Mythlol trying to do some cheeky stuff. Oh my goodness, I missed that. Not sure if the warrior went down. He did. Oh my goodness. MVQ gets a pick. Okay, so I missed that, guys. I'm sorry, but look at the damage coming out from Agent Phobia in the back. Fancy's up there as well. Thankfully, they got the repick, but there's just so much damage they need to start pumping heals into them, but they're all split. On Rez's hard base gets the pick. Hard base does go down. Little Game Marb now needs to get out of there. There's so many people down from NHS, and it looks like one of them did get hit off or DQ'd or DC'd or whatever it was. And Little Game Marb should be okay. Those hunters aren't able to put pressure onto him, and this looks like it is going to be a 2-game, 2-cap series. Just to make sure, double sure both those hunters are dead. MDQ is dead. He's only coming out of stealth now. I do not believe that they would be able to get 2 caps in 4 minutes, especially with 2 hunters, and the way that this midfield has been going. So, whew, that was a very intense game, guys. Very much what I like to see. NHS playing much better this time around. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like they have the practice without the rogue to set up kills on the SC. It felt like they were on the back foot most of the game. Boomy was never in stealth. Granted, they were always in trouble, but neither Boomy ever really stealthed this game. Neither hunters ever like disengaged, try and go in and utilize their ratios, try and get disengaged silences or anything like that, and try and kill an SC with 15 stacks. But very good game. I'd love to see the damage numbers at the end and see how close it is this time. And with 3 minutes left, I could, honestly, there's not really much that's going to happen in this game now. Pretty much over. But we'll take a look at MPQ. He's 1v1ing Marb. It's pretty good. They can get him. But now he's in trouble from Phobia. He probably used this Displace to chase Marb. He's going to root, instantly trinketed from Phobia. And another root's going to come out, but he's going to be forced to, he's going to be in a lot of trouble now. He's going to have that disengage coming up soon. There's no way he can really do anything. If he does a jump, that could very well work, actually. Ooh, good job by him. Able to do it in between the conch shot cooldowns. Really nice play by MPQ. Able to get that jump off flawlessly. He's going to, 1v1 that hunter, but it doesn't really matter because all the hunter's doing is wasting time. There's 2 minutes left in the game. There's no way he can get 2 caps in 2.5 minutes. So, MPQ just trying to do what he can, get some kills back here. 1v1 the hunter easily. Showing him who's boss. Ugly girl. Doing pretty well here. Still not giving up mid, and it makes you wonder what would have happened that first game. If this was the first game, what would happen the next 2 games? It is very unfortunate that the way that this game went, they did have those those TCs in the first games. They had a little bit of problems with internet, whatever it was. It would be nice to see them get a cap here. I would like to see that, but it's probably not going to happen. If anything, actually, it could be a 3-cap game if they aren't very careful. However, NHS does seem to have that control on mid. But you can see they had a little bit of practice. They got warmed up, and they were able to handle this game much more effectively than the previous one. They are chasing down Low Game Marb, but he's just so fast right now. Oh, he actually does a little bit of a weird pathing decision here. He needs to head over to that GY. All he needs to do is just run around and travel for him, and he'll be okay. MVQ probably going to head back, but if you look at what's happening outside, Low Game Marb, like I said, he's going travel for him, and they're just kind of pinching them inside the base now. So MVQ trying to get back into cap does risk being hit by the entirety of this Ugly Girl top water team. You can see Twonk City doesn't give a shit, just chasing and pushing him out, potentially getting a kill, but not enough stacks yet. MVQ heading to cap. Little Game Marb heading up roof. And that's the game, ladies and gentlemen. 40 seconds left. Ain't a whole lot gonna happen. Just a whole bunch of people split up. Very interesting. And I'm gonna take this last 30 seconds to rest my throat a little bit, because that was such a good game, man. I really wish, I'm not sure exactly what the rules are on the DCs and everything like that. I think it's as soon as the gates drop, it doesn't really matter. As soon as the gates drop, you're out of trouble. Like you're out of luck, rather. You're in trouble, rather. However, this is just the first game, so it doesn't really matter. The first series, I should say. It doesn't really matter because I think as long as you, I could be wrong, but as long as you make it into the playoffs, or whatever the next stage of this tournament is, you always have a chance to win. You know what I mean? So these first games don't really matter. that much. Take a look at Killing Blows, Ardo and Bidakiss, and Cutie Pie, or sorry, and Party Girls have 0 big scrubs. 20 Killing Blows for Saxon. That's actually insane. You hardly ever see that on a BM. Fancy with 13 getting outshone, obviously. And look at this damage done. Cythera beasting this game, putting out a lot of deeps, but not enough to carry his team. Really good stuff here. 400k healing coming out from Stubbs. Look at that damage coming out from Meowza, eh? Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Out-damaging his warrior even that game. I would love to play the next season at Leonardo. That'd be a lot of fun, man. Ardo giving me a hard time. Fuck off, Ardo. Alright, Twinks. Oh, I probably should have realized that, huh? Alright. I'll just body res over here. Who's paying for my my repair bill? So how you guys doing out there? What do you guys think about those games so far? Don't forget, this is the first series of the night. We got 2 more coming up. We got Wildcard Bitches taking on Gone Fishing, which I'm going to be doing in a little bit. As soon as this series is done, I'm going to go try and get my fishing hat. And Give Me Your Energy taking on Dark XD main team. We might have a little bit of a problem. Alright, yeah. Yeah, everyone always tells me. I know, man. I got it, Ardo. I got it, bro. Looks like we have some issues potentially. You know, as somebody who runs Mage, I really like Mage. Really like Mage, but it's just not as strong against 4 healers. Just not as strong against 4 healers, and that's kind of a problem because it was really strong in the Twin Cup when people were running 3 healers and 2 healers and things like that. It was so strong, it was so good. You could completely outplay a team with a competent mage. Doesn't work that way so much anymore. Now you're starting to see things like relay locks and double hunter instead of a mage, and that's kind of what's happening right here. They would have that 4th healer in spot for that mage. And if you're not running like an objective team comp where you can utilize the mage, where you can, you know, throw a sheep out here and get an ambush here or whatever, it's really hard. It's not to say it's impossible. For sure, the better team with a mage can definitely win because their swaps and everything will be like that. Their swaps and everything will be on point. They'll have the CS, they'll have the, you know, Blink Torrent, whatever. But it's just not, it's not easy. That's all I gotta say. These guys putting up a good fight though. You guys listen to the birds? It's very nice. this fucking island. Pop. Pop, 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 pop. There we go. Perfect. And once again. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. My name is Muskie Bab, bringing you the NWL. We got Ugly Girls Get Tap Water, 2 games up on NHS right now. We are getting up into the 3rd game. And take a look at what Ugly Girls Get Tap Water is running. I don't know exactly what spec Marb is right now, because he's in that cat form. But Yowza has swapped onto that Boomy. They put Snubbina, aka Honey Buns, onto that, I assume, Affliction Lock. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's a double Boomy comp here, but it could just be a single Boomy with that Affliction Lock. And this is something that I was talking about at the start of the game. This is, the evolution of the 19s meta, bro. People are starting to run different shit, and I love it. I love it. Wild card, bitches. You just wait to see what we're ready for. So here we go. On the flip side, it looks like these guys are still running the same composition. Art of showing off his Dead Skull Shield and Inferno Robe. What a cool guy. A European with that stuff. That's so cool, man. I don't know if he, you know, was gifted that account or, you know, something like that. Maybe as his brothers back in the days, something like that. But he is an EU player rocking an Inferno Robe and Dead Skull Shield on the US servers. What a boss. I love it. I dig it. These guys, you know, all these EU guys have such decked characters on the EU, and unfortunately they aren't able to play them. So here we go. NHS looking for redemption here. We'll see if Lil Gay Marb is that Boomy. I do not think he is. I just don't think... I've never seen Marb play Boomy, and by the way he's playing right now, he obviously doesn't seem to be one. So, it's going to be 1 Boomy and 1 Affliction Lock. We'll see how it goes. The Rot comp, Yowza, everybody knows he's like mechanically a beast. Everyone, you know, hypes him up quite a bit. He's just all about those damage meters and does very well on them time after time again. So he's going to put out the deeps and, ooh, instantly gets punished, but has a great displace timing. And Blackout Kegs, please don't die, Blackout Kegs. Oh, so much damage coming into him. He is kept up. The penance comes out to keep him alive. Just kidding, he goes down. Blackout Kegs, I'm sorry, man. And that's not even burst damage, or if that's burst damage, that's not the Rot. And the Rot is what's going to come out here. Like I was saying, Yowza, so good at tab dotting. Gonna spread that out. HB, so good at tab pressing a button, so... The Rot is coming out. Take a look at these nameplates on the side. Look at all of those health bars start to drop. That is the dots. And that's very difficult for double Shaman to deal with as well. What you can do in this situation is you can have 1 Shaman dispel, and then you can dispel the silence off that Shaman, but really, it's the healing problem. It's being able to have the healing to keep up all those dots. And when that happens, you have to stand still and heal, obviously. And that's where you get into situations like this, where Viticus is in trouble, and especially when you lose Blackout Kegs, preventing the rest of that team from running up, causes issues. MVQ, been in this position once or twice before. Lil Gay Marb pushing back. Agent Phobia and Nick hanging out in mid for now. But I assume they are going to start going to contest MVQ. They don't have anything to worry about. Once again, there's no rogue. They can just beast. And that's what they're going to do. MVQ probably going to have to drop the flag again. Take a look at mid. NHS doing an alright job, but... Oh, these rots are hurting them. These rots, these dots. I haven't seen these guys topped off the full in a while. So it's all about the hard swaps coming out here. That's kind of what the goal is. Using the hard swaps in the CC with the mage to try and outplay what that lock is offering. MVQ tried to commit, actually, and does die. Flag is returned by Nick. Good job by Nick to get that Ardo tried to break off. Sorry I missed that, guys. I assume MBQ really just didn't have any time left and had to go. And he tried to do it instead of dropping the flag and giving that free cap. But regardless, the cap does go over. NHS does have good positioning here now. They've got control of that GY and that tunnel. Maybe they'll send somebody up to go get it. Ibu potentially. Maybe, let's take a look where's hard base. Looks like they're just going to try and contain here. I think that's actually a mistake. I think they should have sent a hunter to go grab the flag because with this control, they had the opportunity to get a repick. But now they've got to wait. You've got Lil Game Marb up. He's heading off now. And he should be able to get the flag and be fine if he doesn't walk into terrain. So, Ugly Girls get tap water. If NHS can keep them from being able to set up and get those dots across everyone, they should be in a good spot. Nick looking to get a body res here. Might allow him to go assist his FC as well, which would be huge. No, it looks like he is going to have to go back and pick up his body from the GY. MBQ has the flag. Should be aces. Picks up those boots. Heads on out of tunnel. And here comes the swap. On to FDX. That's the warrior with low health, low gear. He goes on a Yowza here, trying to put some damage on. But that's not going to work out great for him. He just gets feared. HB putting out the CC, trying to allow that damage to get in there. Blackout Cakes goes in for a huge keg smash on 3 or 4 people. But that CC right back from HB is just able to lock him down, and they find the kill on him, preventing him from rolling back on out. FTX now in trouble. No slows as well, guys. How many times have I said this? I think Blackout Cakes has died more than anyone in this entire freaking series. And it's really not like he's overextending that hard. That's, you know, just the way he's always played, and it's been very successful in the past, so. This is where Ugly Girl gets their time back. Lil Game Marb getting hit is actually probably down, but Phobia gets the pick and is able to take it to his team. They will catch him, but it's not over yet. You can see everyone from NHS kind of dropping their positioning and heading over. And that is the lack of target calling there. You can see Blackout wasn't there. Wasn't able to make sure his team didn't split too hard. Yikes. So NHS in trouble now. Blackout Cakes off healing. Doing what he can. But the dots, they don't have time to sit and heal, right? Mentioned that before. These guys getting pounded now. At least he's able to slow them a little bit. So you can roll out, but those fears preventing the roll. Jesus. This is not going well for NHS once again. You can see they got the room to contest. They're very close to being able to contest. But Ugly Girl gets Halfwater A with a superior comp, I would say. And NHS looking like they just haven't played into 4 healers before. That mage is just makes it very, very, very difficult, I gotta say. Ibu has the flag. Lil Game Marb also has the flag. Probably gonna be another one of those situations where they're waiting for a number of stacks. Agent Phobia heading around, maybe trying to set something up here. He's also got Nick with him. Don't really think that they... Excuse me. I don't really think that they're going to be able to do a whole lot here. Their healers are dropped down, which is pretty sketchy. But Ibu just needs to stand on the other side of the fence and catch heals, and he should be okay. Four stacks. MPQ reses. Flank gets passed over to MPQ. Now Ibu can go contest those hunters over there. Take a look at Lil Game Marb. He's not even swiping anymore. Not even thrashing anymore. I don't think anyone has actually hit Lil Game Marb for the last 3 games, really. There hasn't been a single time where he's dropped below. Like, you know, he died crossing the field there. But other than that one time, I don't think he's gone below maybe half. Hasn't really been any attempts onto him, so. Trouble in the NHS house. Stubbs doing a great job keeping everybody up here, though. He had tons of healing last game. 400k healing, something like that. Just absolutely massive. Blackout Kegs. You know, you're doing good, Stubbs, but you're not doing good enough. And here's the big swap onto... Looks like it's on Viticus right here. He's getting pummeled right now, again in the front line. This is really, really good for Ugly Girls Get Tap Water. They just want to keep those dots going. They don't even care that much about hard swapping. Sure, they can. They've got that front line putting out a lot of damage, but it's all about those dots. I can't get game sounds here unless I zoom in a little bit more. It's kind of odd. Here's Fancy. Getting those rents up in the GUI. A little bit more rot. Ooh, Ardo's in trouble here. Don't think he has his jump, and that's going to be the return from Nick. Little game Marb. Probably able to just walk back all by himself. Both hunters are down. Excuse me. Goodness. That's going to be a 2-0 for Ugly Girls Get Tap Water. 2-0 in score and 2-0 in game. You know, it's such a hard lineup to deal against, too. You know, these 4 healers as well. Revolution, you know, not known for his priest play, but he's a competent player. He's able to play casters, no problem. Has adapted fine to that priest. Cutie Pies, obviously beasting. That is Maniac Party Girl, obviously beasting. So, even with the 3 healers here, just a super strong lineup. And here comes NHS here. Hopefully this mage is able to do a little bit more. But he isn't playing very aggressive. That's kind of the thing. You know, you've seen him be super far back, but he isn't making plays. He's not really utilizing mage as best as he can. I feel like he needs to commit with Blackout a little bit more when they're going in for those hard swaps. Here they go. Blackout kegs. Blacking out and kegging. Stomps on a Cutie Pie is really good job by him. They are able to find a lot of pressure on him. There we go. We see Bob go and get that triple stun, or sorry, triple silence, and then blink on out. Good job, but it doesn't seem like it was coordinated that effectively. They find 1 kill on Snubby now. Now they're putting a lot of damage on a Saxon. But he should be able to be, you know, no problemo. But look at this mage, you know. He's trying to find the sheep. There we go. Lands a sheep, instantly trinketed. And that's it, you know. There needs to be a little bit more coordination with that CC, I gotta say. Here he goes in, once again, trying to find that sheep. Does find that on a party girl, but of course that is DR'd. And he should be alright. I mean, they are wiping, but I like to see a little bit more stuff like that earlier on in these team fights. Snubina able to assist with a little bit of these peels right here. Little game Marb all the way back with his team right now. And if you take a look at MVQ, he's getting hammed on Roof by Agent Phobia. Trying to get that 1v1 out. It depends if Phobia has the proc. I don't know if he does. And MVQ is able to pick up that kill and go meet his team. Little game Marv. Uh-oh, this could be really bad, actually. MVQ could be in a lot of trouble. Does he have any cooldowns left? No, he doesn't. And there's the return by Little Game Marv, and that is the game from Ugly Girls Get Tap Water. Damn, look at that damage. That's what I'm talking about. They basically just utilized Yowza to be a freaking beast boomkin. Do whatever the hell he wanted. Dot everybody up and not worry about dispels. Subby not doing good damage as well on that UI lock. Lower killing blows this game for sure, but definitely a domination in midfield. All the same. Alright guys, my name is Musky Bad. This has been the NWO. We've got another set of games coming up in the future at I guess about 3.5 hours from now at 9 p.m. We will have Dark XC main team going up against Give Me Your Energy. And then we've also got a game going on against my team and Gone Fishing. So I'll see all y'all out there at STV trying to get your hats, trying to get whatever. Thank you all for tuning in. It's been a great time. Had some good games here. Very high quality play. Ugly Girls Tap Water. Ugly Girls Get Tap Water, sorry. With a clean 3-0 this time around. We'll see if they're able to hold their position in the top of the league. Of course, those guys were the winners last season. Looks like they're on track to do it again. So, my name is Musky Bad.
It's been a pleasure to cast for you guys. I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and I'll catch you guys later. Remember, keep that Guardian Druid dream alive. See you next time.